Good evening, BBIG family. I know today was another taxing day, extremely frustrating, for all of us. I mean, it's pretty upsetting when day after day you get great news and your stock continues to either trade flat or decline, or you get, some hopes that it's going to pop up in the beginning of the day and then they pull it right back down. Well, from the looks of the chart, it appears that we are just in horrible algorithmic trading. I mean, if you put the chart on 5 minutes, you'll see that it's just barcoding. It's horrible, and it's been this way for months, guys. In order to break out of this, we're going to need some massive buying pressure to come in. And I believe that the only way we're going to see that is when shorts start to cover, or massive buying pressure comes in hopes to get the Tide spin-off dividend, because those are the really two big things we have going on. And in regards to that, from my conversation with TD Ameritrade, and again, I'm not a financial advisor, so please check with your brokerage to confirm, but prior to buying, because I want you to make sure you're going to get it. But from my understanding and what they told me is that T+2 is on the back end. It doesn't matter. That's just their settlement time. That as long as the share is purchased prior to the end of day, and I don't know whether it means 4 p.m. or the close at, 8 p.m. when the market, the after hours is closed. I'm not sure, but to be safe, I'd say the 4 p.m. because I'm not sure that after hours trading counts, since when the price closes for the day, what's listed is the 4 p.m. price on the charts. So double check that if you haven't already bought, or if you're short and you haven't covered yet. You want to know when you need to do it by. But my thoughts regarding that are actually kind of interesting, because if we have up until Wednesday, as long as we buy BBIG and not BBIGV, we have to buy BBIG, then we can still get the shares of Cryptide. And again, for every 10 shares of BBIG that you own, you will keep your shares of BBIG and you'll get 1 share of Tide. So it's a great opportunity for those of you that are new and perhaps don't own BBIG, or, don't have as many shares as you would like prior to the spinoff, because the opportunity could essentially be there and could, be a great one, especially if shorts decide to cover. If they do and they're deciding to wait till the last minute, then, Wednesday might be very interesting. And guys, like I said, this chart is a ticking time bomb, and it's only a matter of time before it explodes. I mean, day after day, it's very frustrating for me to see, how I trade is on a 1348 crossover. Again, I am long BBIG. I am not day trading it, but I am calling it out like I always do, so that people looking to get in can know that that's a time to be watching for. Nobody wants to buy a stock when it's a falling knife. You want to look for a catalyst or something that's moving it, or a trading strategy. So that's why I call it out. I know, when the stock's not moving, I get 50 million annoying messages about, oh, your 1348 never works. Well, sorry guys, I don't control the manipulation in the market. Wish I could, because it would be going the other way, not down, that's for sure. But like I said, I have no control over it. I'm just calling what I see. I don't have a magic ball, and there's other factors. Obviously there needs to be volume that comes in. It doesn't help that we're trading under the 200-day moving average, because day traders in general don't want to touch a stock that's not trending in the right direction. And to them, that indicator, they want to see it trading above the, higher moving averages like the 200. And it's not doing that, guys. So this is a problem. Hopefully, Wednesday, or maybe even tomorrow, maybe one short decides to cover early so that they can get it at a cheap price, and it just sets off a slew of rockets. We don't know. And there's a million different things we can speculate on, but all in all, it is what it is. And if the shorts don't cover, which they do not have to cover, guys, so don't be trapped into thinking that they absolutely must cover. They can choose not to, but they are responsible for that dividend if they do not cover their shorts. And it can be costly because there's tax, ramifications to it as well, from my understanding. So anyways, let's talk about the great news that came out today on TikTok's rival Lomotif, which is owned by BBIG. Well, it's owned by Zash, which is owned by BBIG. So basically, BBIG has ownership over Lomotif, or over Zash, which owns Lomotif. But Zash previously only owned 80% of Lomotif, but news broke today that they're actually going to purchase the other 20%, which is fabulous news, guys, because if you've heard me talking lately in any of my spaces, or, about BBIG, then you know that one of the most exciting things for me about this company, and why I choose to hold it in my long portfolio, not just for the spin-off dividend, but because of Lomotif. And I believe that between Lomotif and AdRiser, we're going to be a huge company, guys. I mean, Lomotif, so let's go back. TikTok is banned in India, and they're not allowed to have TikTok because of the association with China, and because of what they don't know what China's going to do with all of their info that they're gathering when you're on that app. Now, that's a problem that we have in the US as well. And if you watched my video from earlier today regarding BBIG, you know that there's a law that they're trying to pass now that's going to be, restricting what China can access. And as a result of that law, it is possible that TikTok may get banned in the US. When Trump was in office, he had already tried to do it, and as soon as Biden came in, he took that off the table. And guys, I know TikTok's like one of people's favorite apps. Personally, I don't use it. I've done it a few times with my daughter. I think I downloaded it and watched a couple of videos, but never used it, because I'd rather, learn about the stock market and talk about the stock market and read about the stock market, and TikTok is not going to do it for me. I don't need a bunch of teenagers telling me, what they think a good stock is. It's entertaining. I'll give it that, but it's just not for me. I'm a mom. I don't need to be watching TikTok, but there are a lot of moms that do, and there's a lot of other people that love TikTok. Well, I think Lomotif would be the replacement for TikTok should it get banned, because it's an amazing app, guys. So this article to me is extremely bullish, and even though their focus right now is on India, which is a huge market, like an unbelievably huge market, and that's great and will be very successful there, but I believe they may want to acquire the entire company because they're planning to expand and try to make this the #1 app in the US. And again, I'm speculating on that, but I think that they're very bright, guys. The way this company thinks, like with Cryptide and just the different companies, how they work together, acquiring Lomotif, acquiring AdRiser to do their ads. So AdRiser, if you don't know, essentially is like when you're watching YouTube and those ads come up in between. AdRiser would be like that company that's the ads are coming up on Lomotif. So all in all, I think that BBIG can potentially be extremely profitable, and I'm very bullish on it, guys. So this is the article if anyone wants to read it. I basically summed it up. It just basically says that they're trying to expand their India marketplace, and that they're increasing their ownership. So they're going to own 100% of Lomotif. So it's great news. And again, it's more news that should have made this stock run, guys. If it were any other stock in the market right now, I would say it would have taken off. But unfortunately, it seems that we have been just held back for a very long time. And I think there's something more going on to this picture. Several tweets are out there regarding the fact that 2% of the float is short exempt now. I mean, it's just crazy what's going on. I can't even imagine the failure to delivers. I haven't even looked at that lately, but I'm sure they're through the roof, guys. You know it, you see it. If you read the short report that was done on, basically from the GME AMC, but they called it like the meme stock report or something like that. I went through it this weekend, and it was very eye-opening, because essentially the SEC, FINRA, DTCC, and other, spin-offs of those are not doing anything to find people to enforce the rules, basically. And the fact that $9.7 billion that day of a margin call was just erased essentially. They said, oh, don't worry about the funding, is just wrong. It's nothing short of wrong in my opinion, and it's disgusting. Really disgusting. But no, the report revealed nobody's enforcing it. There's basically no rules to these people. And essentially, no wonder they're doing whatever they want because they can. And until we get the right leaders in there, it's not going to change. It's really disgusting. And I'm sorry to inform you guys, but we need to make changes. We really do. And we need to, you know, elect the right people who are going to do that. And I'm not going to get into a big political rant. But anyways, thank you for watching. Hope that this was helpful. And I hope you all have a great night. Please like and subscribe.